Hello everybody, Zero Fossil Fuel. Today is Friday, May 15, 2010, and here is the Freedom Garden project finally underway. We had a frost last Tuesday, and I'm told that people in Alaska haven't even had frost for several weeks. So it's kind of interesting around here. Eventually, hopefully, I'll have some sort of makeshift greenhouse over the canopy over the top of this garden once we finally decide on exactly how big it will end up being in its finished version. But again, this is a learning experience, and right here you'll see I've taken the grass out of the planter floor bed. I was mowing the lawn this afternoon, got out the weed whacker. I've read all sorts of things. I've read that you shouldn't leave the grass in before you put the dirt in. I've read that you can leave the grass in before you put the dirt in. I've read you should put some sort of layment down, some sort of underlayment down, such as a fabric material or several layers of newspaper. I just scalped it with my weed whacker real well and raked out all the clippings, dumped them all out. And I'm going to put the topsoil on top of that. 10 inches should be more than enough to kill the grass underneath it. One thing that I will be getting also is a pH test kit to test the acidity of the soil and make sure that I have the right balance for the plants that I expect to grow. I had my topsoil and mulch mixture delivered last week while I was in North Carolina, and over the next couple of hours I will be taking the wheelbarrow and bringing it over to the garden and filling up the planter. So let the games begin, and I hope you enjoy the project. That's all for now. Zero Fossil Fuel. Enjoy the show. Alright. I don't know. I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video or not. You'll have to forgive me if I'm having a senior moment. But I did want to show you a couple of other little gadgets that I bought to help me automate the irrigation. Okay. Just dumped water all over my shoe. It's okay. To help me automate the irrigation of the garden. This is an oscillating sprinkler that puts out a very nice rectangular pattern, and positioned in the center of this garden raised planter, it puts out a pattern that covers the entire rectangular shape of the garden just perfectly. All you need to do is adjust the pressure going to it so that it doesn't extend beyond the boundaries of the garden. And what a super item this thing is that I found. And the other thing is an automatic timer. The sprinkler was about $15 at Home Depot. The automatic timer, I think, was $20 at Home Depot. This automatic timer will allow you to set whatever days of the week you want the water to come on, for whatever duration you want, up to 6 different independent durations per day. Can be every day, can be every other day. Very flexible, and it will make watering the garden virtually maintenance free. I don't have to be here to know that the plants are being watered properly. There will probably only be one other item that I add to this on the outlet side, would be a rain sensor. And all it is a little cup that catches rain, so that if it's already raining and there's any water that has collected in the cup, when the valve turns on for the timer, water still will not flow because the garden has already received enough water. So it'll help conserve water. One other handy little item that you want to have are these quick connects. These quick release hose connectors are very similar to the type of connectors you would find on compressed air hoses in an automotive garage. The only difference being is they're made of plastic, and they're a slightly larger diameter because water is a thicker fluid, and it doesn't flow as easily as air does. So they make these a little bit bigger for the hoses, and the way they assemble, I'll just show you these two. Alright, this would be the end of my hose, and this is the coupling. You just pull the ring back like so, clip them in, and it's attached. When you disconnect it, even if you have water turned on at the hose, water immediately stops flowing at the outlet of the coupling. So it's very, very nice to have multiple attachments for the end of your hose, and you can leave the water on, you can change attachments without getting wet. It's just plug and play, literally. So hope you enjoy the progress, and now it's back to work. I'm starting to appreciate the fact that I'm going to regret having put the fence up initially, because now I can't just go all the way around and dump dirt around the perimeter. I'll have to spread it from this one corner going all the way back. Oh well. Okay, I think I've come up with a solution to my problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'll layer some dirt in the corner, slope it back into the garden, and I'm going to take this 2x8 that I found in the garage, set it up right here at the edge, and use it to get me up and over with the wheelbarrow, and start filling in from the back and work my way towards the front corner. All right, we'll see how well that works. Sorry, dog. New plan, piece of cinder block. That puts the top of the board flush with the top edge of the planter. Okay, that wasn't too bad. This is extremely rich topsoil. Very happy with this stuff. Zach, thank you very much. There. I knew this junk piece of plywood would come in handy someday. See that, honey? This is why I keep junk. Because it's all good stuff. Woo-hoo. All right, I presume you saw that little trip up over here. I'm getting tired. I'm drinking water by the gallon, but it's going along pretty well. I'm starting to run out of light. It's 7 o'clock right now. They're going to be calling me in for dinner in a minute, so I want to make sure that I get this closing comments in before I stop the video. I will complete filling the raised bed and finish digging it off the driveway and call it a night. Tomorrow morning I'll be heading out to Home Depot, pick up the pH test kit, and putting some plants in the ground. So that'll be pretty exciting. I look forward to being able to just watch it water and harvest some food out of this thing. Incidentally, I am keeping tabs of all the expenses that have gone into the construction of this garden. A lot of them are going to be one-time expenses, so return on investment this year might not be as quick, but I will be measuring all of the produce that comes out and weighing it all so that I know exactly how much produce came out of the garden and try to fix an approximate value to all of that. So that's it for now. I'm going to finish up filling up the raised bed, and then I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. Everybody take care. Hope you're enjoying the Freedom Garden Project. Peace.